Hello. I'm just putting my glove on here. Now, I've been away for a while because I did my back in and I couldn't bend over and I couldn't lift anything and I couldn't walk and I couldn't lie down, and opiate drugs are great. Anyway, I'm better now, I'm off the drugs and we can get back to things now. In the meantime, there has been a slight change in the garage. So, I'll get the handheld camera. We'll go like that. I have got this gimbal. I got this gimbal over in here. I'll start that again. I got this gimbal over a year ago and I've done nothing with it. So I've now dug it out, and it goes, it tracks me, it does all that sort of thing. It means I can have a better quality video camera there. I did have the Pixel 5, which is good, but we'll see how this Canon M3 does. The other thing that you may notice is this. The table has moved, mainly because the garage is now sharing its space with this. Now, that's a 2015 Sim Joymax GTS 300i. That is almost a barn find. For some reason that sat on Facebook Marketplace for 2 years, and then Sunday 8 days ago, for no apparent reason, it popped up on my Facebook Marketplace, and I have been looking for scooters and I've been putting in 300 and Sim and Honda and Suzuki. No, didn't appear anywhere. Anyway, I have a funny feeling the guy who was advertising it didn't classify it as a motorcycle, but anyway, there you go. It's got just turned 8,000 kilometers, because I actually turned over the clock on Thursday when I was going to get it MOT'd. It's like brand new. It has sat unused since 2018. So that's 7 years, okay? And it's a 2015, so in 3 years it's done 8,000 kilometers, so that's nothing. It's done absolutely nothing. It is in very, very good condition. There's no physical damage on any panels or anything like that. The mechanism for the folding mirror on the offside here was loose. I tightened that up, so that's fine. It's sailed through the MOT. No advisories, no nothing. But what I am going to do is give it a full fluids and filter service, new brake pads. I think it needs a new disc because there's a bit of a vibration on the front end when you apply the brakes. Not a problem. Anyway, if we look here, I have the brake pads there. Gear oil is coming today. I already have semi-synth motorcycle oil, which is there. Air filter is ordered. Plug is there. The only other thing is the belt, because at 8,000 kilometers, 5,000 miles, the variator and the clutch and all that should be absolutely fine. But I'm going to be in there so I can take a look. So what this means is, if I go back to, you're not tracking me anymore, are you? No, you stupid thing. We'll go back. Try that. La la la. So that's not tracking me anymore, so I'm going to have to just look at the camera. Will it? Come on. Funny rabbit face. We'll try something else. There we go. Colour. It's the wrong colour, so it won't do it. Now look, it's tracking me now. Anyway. What I need to do is basically park the little Lister Petter now, so as I can get the Sim Joymax. I mean, okay, right, Joymax. What's your scope? What are you riding? I'm riding a Joymax. Did you get it in Ann Summers? The Asians, I don't think they've no concept of the subtlety of English, and certainly the way British and Irish people will see a combination of words and see the innuendo in it. But a Joymax, fuck's sake. Oh God. Anyway, right. It reminds me of another thing. I got one of my videos that took the titles off it because I said because the title had fuck in it. So I'm going to have to redo that title with it spelt correct, or politely PHUQ or F***K. Anyway, no, don't start me on that. Anyway, right. We're going to have to go back to the Petter. So if I put this wee light on here, there we go, and angle that up slightly. This is following me all the way down here, which is actually quite good. The Petter is almost exactly as we left it. Now if I bring that around here, I had to remove the crank gear. Now you can see it, or maybe you can't see, but if we go round here, you will see it sitting out considerably further now, and it's no longer engaged with the camshaft. So that gear has come, or is now, it basically is just hanging on the end of the crankshaft, which means I can take that off and I can remove the camshaft, which lets me see the injector pump, and it lets me see the actuator rod for the injector pump, so as we can see what's going on. So we'll take that out now. Now you're seeing this the same as me, because I didn't take it any further than it is there. I had to buy a puller, and I had to buy a packet of UNF Imperial bolts, so as I could attach the puller. It was a bit of a faff. Hold on, I'll blow my glove up again. Right, I'll put my glove on. We'll put the camera down here. Let's see if it'll turn around a bit. Go around the other way, you silly camera. And you will see this at exactly the same time I see this. So, now my light's falling down, so it's in my eye, so put that there. Sit there, light. There we go, be a good light. This is the crank pulley, and that's now off. I should really dig out the woodruff key there. I'm going to move this light because it's in my eyes and I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. Make sure you can still see everything. Good, we can. The crank is already, or sorry, the camshaft is here. that's the oil pump, that's the governor. Okay, so I've marked these. So I don't know if they have to be timed or not. I'll find out when I put it back. This does have to be timed. Now you can see there's a little mark there. If I have a look here, it may be very difficult for you to see this because I can hardly see it. Those two teeth have little punch marks on them. There is a right, there's it there. See that little mark there? That's this tooth. Engages with those two teeth there. So that's the timing mark between the crank and the camshaft. Everything else, the valve, the fuel pump, are timed off the crankshaft. Now, I should be able to, hopefully, just pull the camshaft out now. So let's go. Let's see if we can. Have fun. Well, something's fallen off. There you go, a camshaft. Actually looks in a fairly good condition too. Oh, it's heavy. Woohoo! So, something fell off. What do you think fell off? Where did it fall to? Alright, I'll have to get a wee light and see if we can see something. Well, it can't fall in there. Don't think it can. Hold on. No. You don't, yeah, well, right, okay. I am completely at a loss because I lifted. There's going to be followers which are now in the sump. Right. Do you know what? Right, okay. If I shine light in here, I have a funny feeling it was. Right, okay. I didn't actually mean to do that, but I've done it now. I had lifted out the rockers and the push rods, but there's going to be cam followers on the bottom end of the push rods, and I think they've fallen out into the sump, which is, it means I have to take the sump off now, but it's not the end of the world. But anyway, our cam is in decent nick. Let's have a look. Right, so this is our fuel pump actuator. And this is operated by our the governor here. Now the governor is quite simple. It's actually the same as the variator in the scooter. It's some little weights which spin out in here and move that. And get some light flare there. Yep, we'll move that round to there. less light flare, and it stopped tracking me again. And of course I have to take my glove off now to tell it to start tracking me again. Yeah, there you go. That's a bit of a pain. I might have to see if there's a setting for that. I'm going to have to blow my gloves up again now. There we go. Now, that is all free, but it's not moving in or out. So that's very interesting. Now can we get our fuel pump out now? Yes, bottom end of the fuel pump. Now, stop that coming out. That's a fairly solid noise because that's that. So how do I get that off? So if I bring this round to here and put it above, the reason the fuel pump won't come out is this pin here, and it's attached to this arm here. So I don't know how that comes out or doesn't come out. Does it unscrew? What do you reckon? You tracking me again? No, you're not tracking me anymore. Yay! So this time you did work with a blue glove. So we'll bring this around here again. Now, nope, that ain't coming out. That ain't coming out. That ain't coming out. This is all very peculiar. You'd think it would all so there is a clamp bolt down here. Right, so I think I'm going to have to, no I'm not going to have to, yes I think I'm going to have to undo something, but I don't know what yet. I wonder if I undo the governor. This won't twist. Right. Right, that does move. So if I loosen the governor, maybe, the governor is these 3 bolts here. If I pull it this way, this arm will pivot the other way. I wonder if that'll give us enough clearance to get it all out. Because what I don't want to do is undo that clamp bolt, because once I undo that, that is definitely going to affect the setup with the governor. Right. Right. There's a dirty great bit now. That's the governor's setting. Right. That didn't really help us. Okay. Hello? Hello? No? Ah, right, okay. It appears when I go completely out of shot, this thing times out. So, right, there. I'll come round so there's less light behind me. Right. I'm going to have to RTFM. This is my first diesel engine, so I'm learning as I go. I mean, there's not a lot to it, and I understand how it works. It's just the detail of all the little bits and pieces in there. What I'm going to do is I'll park this for now, and I'll right, I'm going to park this for now. I'll put those nuts or those bolts back into the governor, and then I'll read and work out how the governor comes out and all that. In the meantime, what I can do is take this engine off the bike table and put the bike on the table, so as I can give the bike a service, because I should have all the bits within this week to get it done, and it's not going to take that long. It's just a normal service, brake pads and a belt, and possibly a disc. We'll have a look at the disc once I get the wheel off to get, oh sorry, I'm getting tires as well. Once I get the wheel off to get tires, I'll be able to see what the disc is like, and run a micrometer or a micro digi watt thingy gauge around it. One of these. Dawn thing. Anyway. So I'll wrap up this video now, and the next video will be on the sim scooter, on the dildo.